Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and we got another Pauper League today. I'm pretty excited for this one, as per usual, and I'm going to be playing some Tribal Flames Cascade. This is a brew I've been working on. I just actually played a league not too long ago on my channel. You can go check that out. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link down below to subscribe to the channel, and below that, there's a link just to go to the channel, check it out. Lots of Pauper content on there. Like I said, I played this deck. This is a fairly new brew. Made some changes since then, so let me go over the changes and then we'll get into some games. Okay, so what is this deck? This is similar to like the Jund Cascade decks of top end of Dino and Boarding Party, but the difference is we're playing Tribal Flames. This is 2 mana domain and it deals X damage, where X is the number of basic land types amongst lands you control. But then we're playing like just a bunch of these duels, which I've changed since the last time, to enable domain. And also, we just get to play Mulldrifter basically. So we're basically just a Jund deck, but we also play Mulldrifter as our only blue card in the 75. And then we have this assortment of duels, but we also have some that are planes to enable Tribal Flames for 5, which I think is definitely worth it. Okay, let me go over the deck, because there has been some changes. I changed the mana base a lot. So we're playing this different suite of tapped lands, of dual lands basically. I'm playing 8 instead of 10, so I cut down the tap lands in the deck, which I think is good. Before I had like triple Highland Forest, which I think is definitely wrong. I don't think you need more than one of each actually, and you want to keep your tap land count low. It helps you like turn 2 Rampant Growth effect if you have less tap lands. So I also added one black-white land because I think a lot of times you are searching for like a rug mana base to cast like Mulldrifters and these spells, and then you do want a black land to cast these black removal spells. But I think because a lot of times you get rug mana and then being able to get Sinkhole to get all 5 colors of mana is nice. So that's why the Sinkhole is in the deck now. And again, cut down any multiple copies. Having 2 Chasm, 2 Woodland Chasm can be nice because Manvoli Asimos can get the forest lands. And if you want double black and you already have Woodland Chasm in play, you just can't get it with Acid Moss. So having 2 Chasm might be correct, but I'm trying with 1 to keep the tap land count low. Added an Ash Barrens, and then we have a bunch of basic forests, and then 1 island, 1 mountain, 1 swamp. I think 3 Ash Barrens is actually pretty good. It'll help our mana just like be a little bit more smooth as far as colors. Then 6 of these Into the North Farseek effects. I think this is a good number. It could actually go back down to 5 and maybe play a 23rd land, because I think you do want a lot of lands in this deck too. And then I'm just trying 2 Cast Down, 2 Edict. I think Cast Down actually seems better than Bolt. Just being able to kill anything. I had 2 Bolts before. Could be a couple Screds as well, but if I'm going to play Scred, I felt like I might as well just play Cast Down. We're going to be playing tap lands early in the game anyway. Being 1 mana does matter because, yeah, sometimes you might want to go like Manvoli Asimos, and then you have 5 mana, and then you can still Scred where you can't Cast Down. But I think this is just better than Scred because it just kills anything like Crusher or big creatures, or they can't pump their guy to save it, or stuff like that. Okay, the other thing I'm trying is a couple Cannonades main. I think this card's just really, really strong in the meta right now, because a lot of people are playing Elves. It's been doing well in the challenge, so having a couple Cannonades main is nice. It's also good against Bully. It's also good against Fey decks. So that's like already 3 of the top decks that it's really good against. So just having some outs, plus it's good with Edict because you wipe up a lot of the small creatures and then you Edict away their big thing. So I think a couple Cannonades is going to work out pretty nicely, even if it's not great in some matchups. And then the rest of the deck is the same. Quad Mulldrifter, Quad Acid Moss, the Cascade cards, and I think 4 Bonder's Ornament is where you want to be, not 3. Sideboard, we do have some new cards that I'm trying out. Triple Relic, I think I just really want to respect like Graveyard Day decks and Cycle Storm. So I think Relic is just also really well positioned right now. A lot of people have like 1, but I'm just respecting these decks and just playing a bunch of them. Let's see. A little coffee and 3 Weather the Storm for burn. That's going to help a lot. I'm actually kind of excited about this card, Reverend Silence. I've just always liked this card, but it's kind of tough to find a home for it. It's 4 mana, destroy all enchantment, so 4 mana Tranquility. But if you control a forest, you can have them gain 6 life instead of paying its mana cost. So for something like mono white, as long as you have a forest, which we have a ton of forests in the deck, we can just go Reverend Silence on like turn 2 or turn 3 if they play out a couple auras. It's good against boggles. We don't really care about them gaining 6. We're trying to just like win the longer game with our big Cascade creatures anyway. So I think the gain 6 is basically irrelevant. So it's basically 0 mana, destroy all enchantments, and you can still Cascade into it. So seems good to me. One Gorilla Shaman, one Shenanigans. Just nice to have a split, I think. I like Gorilla Shaman more, but Shenanigans is better against like the Bonder's Ornaments, Pristine Talisman decks. So trying a split. The third and fourth candidate, because like I said, they're good. This card I saw, okay, this is a good time to tell the story. In the first league I played with this deck, I ran into some player, I can't remember their name unfortunately, but they were also on like an Into the North Farseek, Unvolley Acid Moss, like Cascade deck, so similar. Um, since then, I've actually seen them posting on Twitter, but it's like an Asian name. I can't read the writing. I think it's in Japanese. And they also have adopted Tribal Flames, I think, since playing me. So they've been working on the deck. They actually recently 5-0'd with it, if you've seen that 5-0 list. So I took this tech from them. I think they took the Tribal Flames tech from me, if I'm not mistaken, and I think I took this tech from them. This is 4 mana sorcery, exile target creature, but it's devoid. And I was like looking at this card in their sideboard, I was like, why is this in there? And I think it's pretty good against the Menace. I think it's pretty good against Mono White because, yeah, they could have Karametra's Blessing, but if they're just leaving up a Merge Unscathed, like protection from colors, this is colorless. It doesn't care about that. So if they're just like have like an 8/8 or something, first strike lifelink, and they're leaving up a Merge Unscathed, they're feeling good. They have other creatures, they're protected from Edict. You're just like Oblivion Strike. Get your thing out of there. It exiles it. So it seems kind of sick. Pretty clunky, but I guess you could also just bring it in against like something like walls if you want, when you just want like more removal. So yeah, seems fine. And then a third Chainer's Edict because I don't want to lose to the Menace. Okay, that's the deck. We have no Pyroblast in the sideboard, so we'll see about that. But I think that's fine because it's not as good in these Cascade decks as other decks. So I wanted to try other stuff. We'll see how it goes. Pretty excited. Let's go round 1. All right, welcome to round 1 against Ezokrato 1989. Let's go. We're on the play. I'm stoked to get into this. This hand's not very good. We need to draw 1 more land to be able to ornament. Could be a keep, but I'm not sure. It's just we don't have a rampant growth. We don't actually have good mana. I think I can just do better than this, honestly. Alright, I'll keep this. I could either just put back Edict or Cast Down. I feel like Edict might just be better. We're probably just going to turn 2 Into the North. What's the likelihood that they're going to play out like multiple creatures before we want to just play a removal spell anyway? And then we get the flashback on the Edict eventually. So I think I'm just going to put Cast Down back, then plan on going Island, Cycle Ash Barrens for Forest, and then turn 2 Into the North. Oh, okay, I almost misclicked. That would have been a bad start to the league. Okay, we're against Island. Fairy Seer, okay. So I could even get Swamp here and just Edict them right now while they're tapped out. They went top. I don't hate that. Could also get Mountain and just Tribal Flames this. I think I do want to play a removal spell. I think I'm just going to get Swamp and Edict them. I think that's better, and we draw Mountain or Forest anyway. That's nice. This just looks like we're blue-black control, but we're pretty far from that. And I actually do not have a red-white deck in the red-white land in the deck. Can't speak today, so I can't get all 5 colors right away for Tribal Flames, but that's okay. What I can do here actually, which is kind of a weird play. Oh, they put Brainstorm into their hand. I don't really want them to be able to ninja on their Augur of Bolas. Might not be able to always stop it, but what I could do is I could go cycle Ash Barrens for Mountain, play Mountain, Tribal Flames this right now. And then just start playing Into the Norths later. It's kind of interesting. I think I'm going to do it. Again, I don't want to just get ninja'd here. Just taking it slow on these rampant growths. I think that's fine. I have 3 land types. I guess I could have bottomed into the north and just kept all my removal, but I think with the hand I kept, I don't think that was actually a good play. So they could counterspell this, but I don't really care about that. I think I want to get another black source and another green source. So I think I'll just get black-green here. On this one, I can either just get green-white. I don't really need extra red sources or blue sources at the moment, but I do want a white source at this point. So I'll probably just into the north, yeah, for green-white next turn. Maybe go Brainstorm Shuffle. Sure. We've definitely played this opponent before. They foretell, behold the multiverse, sure. Cast down. Don't hate it. Into the north. Again, I think I'm just going to green-white. That's fine. Then they'll probably just behold here. And then if they play a creature, I'm just going to cast down it and then just start casting Dino. These blue matchups are reasonable. Yeah, their counterspells are good, but just the fact that we have the 8 Cascaders in the deck, that's a lot of value for them to deal with. Fairies here. I don't want to have to cast down that. But if they don't... They could have Spellstutter Sprite. They might have Spellstutter and Ninja. I wonder if I'm supposed to just go for cast down right here. If they go Spellstutter, that is annoying. I think I'm supposed to because if I draw an untapped land, I'm going to want to tap out for Dino here. Yeah, they're going to Spellstutter. I don't think I had the luxury to do nothing there and play around it. Untapped land? Okay, Bonders. Well, hopefully I can resolve this. Let's see. No second Spellstutter, please. Counterspell, okay. Still have untapped land for Dino potential here. Feel like I'm going to get ninja'd now. We delayed it as long as we could. God, this deck is just so good. I should just play this deck over and over. No, I think our deck's actually pretty good too. We also have 2 Cannonades still in the deck. There's Fjord. Brutal. That sucks. We basically have 3 7-drops we can play, and we're stuck on 6 mana. So I think we're going to lose now. Them getting another Ninja hit in is probably just going to be game. We might be able to come back if we're able to resolve a Cannonade, but it's going to be tough. Just didn't have the smoothest draw here. Just, again, barely stuck. I think you definitely do want to be on 4 Dino in this deck because you do have a lot of ramp and you just have 22 lands. So it went bottom, okay. Land. Okay, nice. Just going to start casting these Dinos. Not going to go for an Edict. They could go counter the Dino, counter what I Cascade into. But I can also hit like a boarding party here. Oh, nice. Muldrifter's good. They need actual counterspell. If that resolved, I think Dino's going to resolve too. They could have like double spread or something here, but get to cast another Dino next turn. They probably don't have counterspell is my guess. If they had counterspell, wouldn't they have countered this? Scred Dino, and then they're going to untap Bolt the Muldrifter, I assume. The problem is they've just drawn so many cards off Ninja already. This is going to be the 3rd card they've drawn, and they've Brainstorm Shuffled a couple times. It's going to be rough. Another Ninja. All right. Well, if they don't have Dino, if they don't have counterspell for Cannonade, if we Dino into Cannonade, that might be enough. They Brainstorm. Are they going to shuffle? They were able to just get their Ninja engine online. I will play a land free dino to play around like a 4 spike, because sometimes they play 1. I guess I could leave up Mountain to bluff that, but I already tapped it. I don't want to untap. Farseek, not going to do it. Oh, they're just spell stuttering the Farseek. Thought they were going to counter the dino. Again, I basically just have to resolve a cannonade here. I might even just side up to 4 cannonades. It's pretty good against this deck. Kills pretty much everything they have, except for this, but I think it's worth. There's counterspell. No removal for dino. They're just crashing in anyway. Again, we might just be dead. They might just bolt it. Another ninja. So I get hit for 5 down to 5. They draw 2 cards. Yep, they did the thing. Cannonade? Boarding party. Okay. Let's see. So I can go Bonders and then boarding party. Even if this gets countered, I can still boarding party, so I think it's worth it to play this. Guess I just leave that up. Cannonade and resolve it. Tribal Flames. Guess I just take out a ninja. Could take out. No, I just take out ninja. Spell stutter it, yeah. Guess it doesn't matter. They were obviously going to spell stutter that. Then I just pass, no attacks. Counterspell? Yeah. Oh, we knew about counterspell too. Oh, so I'm just dead on board. Good game. We were just a little bit too clunky there. I guess I'll just see what they do. Another counterspell. Jeez. All right. Got in game 1, but that was a good game. I think we go up on cannonades. Diabolic Edict's not great. I think Benvolio Acid Moss is actually fine. Could go down on like these ramp effects. They're just a little bit clunky, and I think just like I don't want to be on cannonade plan anyway. It's not as important to rampant growth. I want my deck to have more gas in it. Could bring in like more removal too, like another Chainer's Edict. You do have a lot of like small kind of dorky creatures, but a lot of times they even go down on creatures. I would have to be cutting like Bonder's Ornaments or Acid Mosses from here though. I don't want to cut any more rampant growth. I think I'm just going to try it like this. Let me take a second and think about it. Relic, they showed Behold, so we don't really need to play around Frantic Inventory. Reverend Silence doesn't do anything. While Weather the Storm can gain some life, it's more about card advantage. These don't do anything. And yeah, I could bring these in, but I think actually Acid Moss is like killing their red sources can be kind of annoying for them. Especially they might not know what deck we're on, so they might not really be playing around that. All right, well, I'll keep the sand. Sand looks good. You can go turn 1 Fjord, turn 2 into the north, and then we have like Cast Down, we have Bonder's Ornament, we have a lot to do. So I'm feeling good about this hand. This hand looks great. Like turn 2 we go into the north, turn 3 we can go Bonder's Ornament, tap land. I like it. So I can get black-white here. I could also get like either black-red if I want more red sources. I think I just get black-white though. Just set up my Tribal Flames for 5. My mana's already going to be pretty good. Pass. Another way to build the mana base would just to play like multiple like just basically set up like let's say like a good Jund mana base. And then play like 1 blue white land, 1 blue black land or something. Just do something like that, but I don't hate how we have it now. All right, so they just go Brainstorm, Shuffle, Pass. I'm just gonna go Bonders, tap land. I think I played this one. I guess I could play Falls to have extra blue, but yeah, it doesn't really matter here, I don't think. If they just leave up blue, blue, Okay, I was gonna say, do I tap out for Mole Drifter? Oh, they abrade my thing. That's annoying. All right, now I'm going to actually evoke Mole Drifter. That gives me something to be able to pulse back, and otherwise I just have no play this turn. So I'm gonna just evoke this, leave up black. That way, if I draw an untapped land, I could play an untapped land and have cast down available. But I think it's actually just better to play a tap land this turn. They might not even play a creature. And just better to get my tap land out of the way. Augur? Oh, Foretell? Sure. They could have Spell Stutter up here, but that doesn't actually do that much. So I think I go land, Bonder's Ornament. And then I can either leave up Pulse or I can Into the North right here. I can't do both, but I could Into the North and leave up Cast Down. They're just going to Behold the Multiverse here. I can already Dino next turn, but not if I get a cut on mana. I think I'm actually gonna save this pulse for when they kill or deal with Dino, so I can just Dino again. So I think I'm just gonna Into the North here. It makes it more likely that I'm able to just Dino next turn no matter what. All right, I already have double black. I guess I can just get a Highland Forest here. Sure. I did want another red. Another green's not bad either. And I still do have Cast Down up. So they're going to Behold. I'll probably just end of turn cast down any creature they play. This is a fun matchup. This deck is also just really fun to play because you have like all these different tap lands and you're ramping, you're playing big stuff. Yeah, pretty fun. Augur. Oh, Abrade the Bonders. Yeah, I'm glad that I ramped here. So they could leave up Counterspell. They're just going Augur. Let's see what they hit first. And then I'll just cast down this, play Dino. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Just get that thing out of there. Chainer's Edict is not a bad one. I don't want to hit another Chainer's Edict or another cast down here. Anything else, please. I guess probably shouldn't have even have cast that. Should have just left it in my deck. That's the downside of bringing in Cannonades when they don't have a board. That was rough. Still think casting Dino there is fine. Okay, Boarding Party. Let's see. I think I'm just going Boarding Party. I have a lot of good hits. If I hit Ornament, I can still Chainer's Edict. It's just too, I think, high upside to not Boarding Party here. I think I'll just leave up Woodland Chasm. Into Tribal Flames. I can just hit face or I can just kill their creature. I think I just want to keep killing creatures. Spells that are counter it. Okay. Now I can attack with both though. And if they scred like my Dino again, I'll be able to pulse it back. It should be pretty good. Okay, they bolt the Boarding Party. That's something I can still pulse back. Assume I can resolve this. And I still have a 6/5 trample. They also are on one red source, and we do have quad Acid Moss in the deck. Acid Moss would be a great draw, because then I could go Acid Moss plus Pulse. That would just be fantastic. They have the Scred, okay. No Ninja, please. Yeah, they have it. Okay, so they have spells that are available. A double Ninja? Okay, Cannonade off the top. Nice. Definitely playing that right now. And then I'm going to Pulse right now as well, get Dino back. That was huge. That gives us a chance to win the game. Dino. Nice. I mean, they drew a card off these ninjas already, but killing both of them is huge. There's no way I was going to let them untap and potentially have counterspell up. No chance of that. All right. So now I have 7 mana. So I think I just go cycle Ash Barrens for like actually a colored source and then play Dino. Just get another black mana, sure. They know about Dino. Acid Moss, sure. They've killed both my, or they killed one Bonders and they countered the other, is that right? They dealt with both Bonders. Just get another duel. Is this just going to get scredded here? Okay. We do have also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can go Edict plus Flashback Edict now, which is why I like these in the deck so much. Admiral. Okay, that's bad. I have a lot of outs to that though. We have 3 boarding parties left in the deck. And I can Edict, Flashback Edict. So they can spell stutter one of these. Okay, that's not good. Just play it. They're going to spell stutter the first one, and then I'm just going to flash it back. Just too much value from that deck. We even drew the candidate on time, but might not be enough. I'll probably just sack their 1/1. Yep, I'm in trouble. Double Behold. Jeez, Behold is so good in this matchup. Just gives them so much gas. I'm in trouble if this gets countered. They're going to double spell stutter spread it. Okay. Solid play. They've used 2 ninjas already, but I'm getting hit for 6 here. Behold right now, makes sense. They went 1 top, 1 bottom. Doesn't necessarily mean that they have a counter spell, but if they ninja here, it's going to be rough. Yeah, I'm dead. GG's. I'll draw my card, but they have a spell stutter. They can counter any 3-drop or less, so even if we like Dino here, it's going to have to be like Dino into Boarding Party into Muldrifter. Yeah, this can just get countered. All right, just pass. The first Dino hitting the first Cannonade when they didn't have a board was brutal. Obviously, I should have left it in my deck, but I don't think that was really changing the outcome. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go to 3, so I'm dead to Bolt. They have multiple Abrades. They probably don't have that many Bolts. Okay, well, they have it. I'll go for this, but it's just going to get countered. Who knows? GG's, that was a fun match. Weren't quite able to stabilize. Blue-red, too strong. Blue-red Fae. Favorite deck. Don't mind losing to it. Alright, I'll see you in round 2. I just realized, I was like, oh, let me see if Ezra Crota has a lot of trophies. They're in 5th place. They're a great player. 9 trophies. That's a lot. Must play a lot too. Respect. Alright, round 2 against Spokes. Love to see what we're up against. Love it every time. Yeah, I'm going to keep this clunky hand. Sure. We could also, if we draw an untapped land, this hand is great. If we don't, it's fine. Pretty slow, but we have color. We have good colors of mana. We have removal. We have double ramp. And we have a decent number of outs to be able to play a turn 2 ramp spell. Snow-covered forest, go. Interesting. Okay, there's an untapped land. Do I want to be able to Tribal Flames onto against forest? What are the possible forest decks? It could be Stompy. It could be a weird elf draw. It could be Defenders, which I'm thinking it is. The problem is if I Sulphurous Mire on one, I can only Tribal Flames for 2 next turn. So I think I need to lead Falls into Swamp, and then I can into the north for like a red X source, and then I have options from there. But I think I need to lead Falls. That's actually an interesting decision. If I had like a different basic or a different duel there when I could maybe Tribal Flames for 3, I would consider leaving that up on turn 2 against Forest, but okay, this could just be this might just be the deck I played in my last video. This could just be black green. Oh, no, I was thinking it could be black green mid range, but they get Mountain into the north. It's the mirror. It's the mirror. Nice. That's cool. You love to see it. They might just be Jund with Into the North, though. I don't know if they're Tribal Flames yet. Fjord, okay. I wonder if this is the person I played. I'm gonna ask them in the chat. So I have blue, green, black. I do want to get a red source just in case I want Tribal Flames. I guess I'm getting Fjord as well. I already have a blue source actually. So it's between, those are my only 2 red sources, Fjord or Mountain. So I guess I just have to get Fjord. I wonder if this is the player I played who's also on the deck. I feel like it is. I'm gonna say no, they have the turn, they have the Acid Moss. Okay, they say I don't think so. They're probably just on like the 5-0 list, is my guess. I think I just play Highland Forest here. Get a green source down. I could just play Arctic Tree Line as well. I think I would actually rather my tree line not die, so I think I'll just play this. Pass. I'm not gonna just Tribal Flames their face. Don't think that's good. I want to save it to kill their creatures. This is definitely the mirror. I'm in trouble here because obviously they had the Acid Moss and we didn't. Okay, another boarding party. All right, let's just go playing Into the North. We have double black. What do we want to get? I don't think we need another white source. I think I want to get another blue source. I think I'll just get Ice Tunnel and then play Tree Line. I could also protect Tree Line by having it in my hand. Sure. So an untapped land, I can start playing boarding parties. I'm afraid they're just going to Dino here, though. If they do, I can just Tribal Flames it. Okay. Maybe they have dinos in hand. Untapped land? Oh, brutal. So I can just 10 them here, but I don't want to do that. I'm pretty certain they're just going to Dino. Don't want them to like brainstorm into Dino. This deck is picking up steam, I guess. Yeah, this is Dino. Oh no, just cast Mole Drifter? Okay. They might have like removal spells. Definitely the mirror. Pretty cool. Just start playing these out. Boarding party into Mole Drifter. Perfect. Probably the best hit. Chainer's Edge is good as well. We are, oh my god. I just didn't attack. See if they have the spread anyway. Okay, I didn't get punished. That was pretty loose though. It's okay. They would have obviously just killed it anyway, so it didn't actually affect what was happening, but pretty bad misclick there. Boarding party from them? Oh, Dino? Yeah. I guess they didn't have the Dino last turn. Brainstorm. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is just the 5-0 list that that player I was talking about earlier did it with, because they were playing some number of brainstorms. They're going to trade Mole Drifters. I think I'm fine to trade. Untapped land, and I can either go Tribal Flames this. Ooh, we have a Pulse. Interesting. I want to get this Dino off the board, but it's so much more mana efficient for me to boarding party here. think I just boarding party. I could hit another Tribal Flames or an Edict or a Cast Down, in which case like playing the boarding party is just so much better. Am I supposed to leave up different colors of mana here? I don't think it matters. Boarding party into Ornament into Edict, nice. I guess I could also Tribal Flames this, but I'd rather save Tribal Flames to potentially go face. I think they do have 4 copies of Scred, but Chainer's Edict is actually good value, being able to flash back, just being an inherent 2-for-1. Yeah, Scred here. Yep. Okay. Now I'm in a pretty good spot, being the one with the Bonders Ornament. Plus, I just have multiple boarding parties in hand. This matchup's obviously just going to be super grindy. Another Dino. Okay, I have plenty of answers to that. Benvolio Acid Moss. Sure. At this point, that doesn't do that much. I don't even know how great Acid Moss is in the matchup. It probably is worth it to keep them in. But maybe not. Maybe just having more removal is actually better. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to go land. I think I'll just tap this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Boarding party, see what I hit. It's a cast down, sure. I'm going to attack, and I could consider just Tribal Flamesing face here. I think I'm going to, because next turn I can play another boarding party and Tribal Flames. So I think it's bad if I'm trying to grind, but I might be able to set up a win next turn if this connected. I'm going to go. It's a little bit greedy, but I'm going in. Just hit them down to 9, and then next turn I can boarding party plus Tribal Flames. They still have to deal with this and this and this. So I think it's pretty good. I even have a pulse. I can get back more boarding parties and just have haste again. They have a pulse. That's what I was worried about. They just like literally countered my Tribal Flames return Dino to hand. Going for that might have just been too greedy, but they had 2 cards in hand, and I was like, if they don't have Pulse, it's really good, is what I was thinking. But of course they have it. Why not? Farseek, okay, I like to see it. I can still Tribal Flames this and play another boarding party. If this is all they have, I'm in a good spot. All right, let's lead on land boarding party, because I could hit a removal spell. Farseek, okay, don't like to see it on our side. Let's get a duel. I could just attack and trade, but I think it's better just to Tribal Flames this, especially while I still have my last planes in play, and then attack for 12. Do they have Scred? Or they're just bringing back a Dino? They have double pulse. I wonder if they have even more than 2 pulses. And they have, oh, they have, okay, basic land cycling. So their last card in hand is Dino here. I think we're pretty far ahead at this point. They've drawn 2 Acid Mosses, but we've drawn a lot of lands, and we have a pulse in hand still, which can get back another boarding party, and we already have lethal in play. So I can go like pulse into boarding party next turn, which is pretty insane. Even have an Edict in the yard. I think Edict helps this matchup so much. Tribal Flames, okay, so they kill a boarding party. They might just die if I hit a removal spell on this boarding party. Into the north. Going for the Tribal Flames face was pretty greedy, but I mean, it might allow me to kill them a turn faster still. Ash Barrens. Let's see, so if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, so I have enough. So I can go cycle Ash Barrens. Sure, I'll get Mountain, play it. Pulse back boarding party. Let's not misclick here. And then cast it. Removal spell for the win. I mean, I guess they could have a removal spell as their last card. I haven't been paying as close attention as to exactly what they have. Okay. Oh, that's our last non-forest land. Good to note. Kind of feel like 4 Into the North, 1 Farseek is probably where I want to be. So they can trade. They go to 3. And then if they just play another creature, I can just edict it. I can also start drawing a card with this. I wonder... They drew half their deck and they didn't play an ornament. I wonder if they're on 3 ornament and just couldn't find one, or if they don't have ornaments or something because of like the price. It's interesting because Relic actually counters Pulsar Marasa, which is pretty relevant. I think these don't do anything. They can come out. I think all these are pretty good. It would be interesting just to side out Acid Moss, but I think it's actually good. In Relic, exiling my own graveyard is actually kind of a problem because the Chainer's Edicts are relevant. It is hard to fight over their pulses as well, but countering their pulse, they don't gain 6, they don't get a creature back. That's pretty huge. I mean, these are good too. Just exile Dino, they can't like pulse it back also. I think I don't want to use these because again, like let's say my graveyard's stocked and I have to pop Relic to counter their pulse, then I draw pulse, it's kind of bad, right? I could just do this, have more value in the deck. I like it. This is maybe how I should have built it anyway, with just 5 Farseeks. This is what I used to have, but the turn 2 Farseek effect or rampant growth, whatever, is really nice. I'm gonna run it like this. I think 22 lands is good. A lot of people, I think, are on 20, but you want to hit all your land drops. I'm gonna keep this hand in the mirror for sure. I have 4 lands and a Bonder's Ornament. Oh, I should have brought in Shenanigans. I don't know about that. I need to get better at sideboard. I need to like go through every card in my sideboard, but I didn't see a Bonder's Ornament, so there's a chance they just don't have it because of the price point. So I don't know about that. If I saw Bonder's Ornament, maybe yeah, but maybe I should just assume they have it because they're going to play it right here. Or Evoke Moldrifter. Okay. I'm just going to Bonders here. Easy Bonders. Hope it doesn't die so I can just Moldrifter next turn. That would be fantastic. Please no Braid. Nice. That's huge. Just slamming Moldrifter over into the north, I think. Just want to draw 2. This probably just dies, but still a 3 for 1. Divination, and they had to spend a card. They're going to play a bolt or something on this. For sure. No question. I don't know what they're thinking about here. Actually, land plus Into the North isn't too bad because I can just go next turn, tap land, double Into the North, and then I'm like really well set up for the late game. They did not kill the Moldrifter. Interesting. Wonder if they were just going to play Moldrifter here. Nothing? They just have like a super clunk draw. Okay. Just going to attack, see what happens, and probably just play double Into the North. I want to be able to pulse back Dino later, not even Moldrifter, so let's just go Into the North. Let's see. What 2 lands am I going to get? I have another black source here, but I might want to get... I could get just blue, red, black, white here. I think I like that. Another Into the North, blue, red, play a blue, black land, and pass. So that was a pretty sick turn, actually. Just put 3 lands into play. We have Dino in hand. We have double Tribal Flames. I've also seen that other player who 5-0'd with the deck on 3 Tribal Flames. It's like Tribal Flames seems pretty good to me. Okay, so their boarding party hitting us for 6. That's certainly relevant. How much mana do we actually have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana? Ah, so close. I think I'm fine just a Dino. And then if it gets killed, yeah, I'm just going to Dino. I could also hit Bonder's Ornament and then still Tribal Flames this. So I just want to use all my mana here. It's possible they can't even kill this anyway, and I hit a removal spell. Perfect. Now, I feel like this is likely to die. See, like, I think Scred is probably just worse than Cast Down. There's Dino into Bonders. Okay, they do have Bonders. Good to know. I can Tribal Flames this and attack. And then I can also pulse back Moldrifter. Can I do everything? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? No, I can't. But I don't even know if I need to Tribal Flames this. I can just attack and see if they trade. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, they are trading. Let's see. Actually, I might have enough mana here to just go Pulse back Dino, play Dino. 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I do. Let me double check. So tap these 3, play Pulse, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Nice. Pulse back Dino. Play Dino. I know if I hit a boarding party, it won't have haste this turn, but obviously it's just so mana efficient to do it this way. I think Dino is better than Moldrifter. Moldrifter? Oh, Tribal Flames? Sure. Nice, and we have 10 points of burn in hand. That was pretty sweet. I think Tribal Flames is really good. So Dino here, our boarding party, into Manvili Asimos. Okay. They can't actually take me off of Domain 5 here, I don't think. Because I have multiple lands of each type. Oh, I only have 1 island. Yeah, okay, so they can, but these are still on for 4, and I can turn them on with Into the North. So they have to have, like, something else here or they're dead. They're only on 2 mana. They could have Scred. They're going to ramp it. Oh, they're going to Tribal Flames. Okay. Are they still dead? Or are do they survive at 1? So I can do only 11 damage, I think. That's unfortunate. Because I can go Tribal Flames this, attack them for 6 down to 6, and then I could Tribal Flames them for 5 down to 1. So close, so close. So I think I'm just leading on Moldrifter, see what I draw. And then I'll probably play Into the North, and then Tribal Flames this, and then attack for 6. I think leading on the draw card is good. Okay. Edict. I think I Edict them and then save the Tribal Flames here. So I can even get I can even get just Ash Barrens for Island. Yeah, looks good. Get Island, play Island, Edict you. The Edicts seem great. So I can Tribal Flames them down to 1, but I think I'd rather just into the North here, and then double Tribal Flames next turn. I think that's actually better. Oh, I can't because I tapped incorrectly, because I was planning to Tribal Flames. Is it worth to just Tribal Flames now, them down to 1? I think it is, because I also might want to just Flashback Edict next turn. I could get grinded out, and this could be a bad play, but I'm going for it. They're going to have to do something pretty decent to get out of this. I have 2 lethal threats and another Tribal Flames in hand. Okay, they kill one of my things. I don't think they can have any counter spells, so they don't have Pulse here. They do. Okay, I still have Lethal. They got back Dino. They can't cast it this turn, though. Farseek, okay. So they have to have another removal spell for this. Okay, they're dead. Because now I go attack them for 2, and then Tribal Flames them for 5. Nice. Got there in the mirror. Not expecting to face the mirror, but I guess this deck is catching on. It's pretty sweet. I feel like the Tribal Flames part of the brew was just 100% my idea. And I feel like that the other opponent had the same kind of like want of playing like the Into the North Manvoid Acid Mosh package, but they didn't have the Tribal Flames part. But then I took stuff from their list too. So this is cool how Magic players like you can build off each other, like in the deck building process. So pretty nice to see. And 1-1 now. I'll see you in round 3. All right, welcome to round 3 against Dragon 7K. They're on the play. They're probably going to be on a blue deck. Probably blue-black Pay. That's what they always play. Oh, they're on. Are we on the mirror or are they on black-green mid-range? I think either way, it's going to be a reasonable matchup. It should be pretty fun. I think I'll just. I guess I could lead Ice Tunnel into Forest into the north. Sure. I love these new duels for Pauper. I think it's a great addition to the Pauper metagame. I like how they have the basic land types. There's some cool interactions with them. The fact that their snow is also actually pretty cool. Yeah, black-green mid-range. Cool. Let's go land into the north. So I'm going to get red. I can get red, blue, red. I can get red, blue, red, black, or red, green. So I do not have red, white. I have double blue already. Might as well just get red, black. I have another green. I don't think I have double green. Yeah, I think it's just supposed to be red, black. If they play a creature like a Llanowar Visionary, I'm just going to Tribal Flames it. This matchup should be super grindy as well. Sakura Tri-Builder. Well, I'm not going to Tribal Flames that. Oh, Bonder, great. Bonder's great, great draw. Just Bonder's tap land, playing on Cycle this Ash Barrens. For Mountain. They have like Crypt Rats and Pestilence, but we have 8 Cascaders where they probably only have 3. It's actually kind of scary to see them play that Tranquil Thicket because that means they probably don't have many lands and they probably have 5 cards in hand that are actual good cards. So just get Mountain. Can't even Dino here. But if they go low on like a Crypt Rats or something, I might just be able to 15 them. Alright, just gonna pass. Definitely not firing off any Tribal Flames yet. And unfortunately, no boarding parties or mole drifters here. It's kind of happening a fair amount. Okay, another Bonders. It's fine. I don't think they have any main deck ways to remove Bonders. So we get to jam Dino now. Of course, we draw Mole Drifter right on time. Could have cast it last turn, but just get punished. Into Farseek. It's actually fine. Yeah, 6 Farseeks are already feeling like a little bit too much. So double blue, double red, double black. I think I just want to get one of the white sources. I guess I'm just getting Sinkhole. This is probably just going to get cast down here. Mole Drifter like helps this matchup a lot. No, just tap out for Snuff Out? Sure. They have triple Pulse of Marasa, I think. We have double. But again, we have 8 Cascaders. And we have quad Mole Drifter. Dino? Yeah. Alright, well I can Tribal Flames that. Packmate. Yeah, they have 4 Visionary, 4 Packmate, which is brutal. But again, we have Mole Drifter. The Drifter is real. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Just gonna lead on Mole Drifter. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I probably am just gonna Tribal Flames the Dino. I might be able to play 2 removal spells here. Oh, Cannonades are bad. So I think I'm just going to go Tribal Flames, one thing, and then Edict You, play out the Ash Barrens. I don't have to cycle it yet, or I don't have to cycle it at all. I can just play it out. It's fine. So let's do that. Red, Carlos, Tribal Flames, this, and then Chainer's Edict You. They probably also have 3 Chainer's Edict, which is really good in the matchup too. So both decks can grind a lot. Are they going to pulse back Dino here? Chainer's Edict. They also have Triple Thorn, which could be pretty brutal. Play another Visionary. Steve, okay. I think I'm supposed to just Cannonade. I know they're going to crack this, but pretty sure I'm supposed to just Cannonade here. Save my Chainer's Edict. They could also not crack Steve at this point to play around Edict. So I like it. Just gonna Cannonade. I will Cannonade right now. Takes them down on mana. Neither of us can really draw with Bonder's Ornament. Not gonna Tribal Flames. Again, I'm pretty sure this is the list I played in the last video, especially with Sakura Tribe Elder. Packmate, that's annoying. Bog, they only play 1 Bog. Unless they change the list. I'm not gonna have each of us draw a card. Sun's right in my face, even though I have the curtains up. I just don't think I can have each of us draw a card. Let's just kill their 3/3. Pass. I could see, oh, they're going to have each of us draw a card? Wow. I could see a world where they play Thorn of the Black Rose and get the Monarch, but then I'm somehow able to stay in the game and they just mill out. Dino into Pulse, get back Dino. Okay, it's going to be rough. Might need to have each of us draw a card here. Rot Farm, bounce Bog, I guess. They bounce Tranquil Thicket, that makes sense. They cycle right now. I'm going to bring in all the relics in this matchup. I think it's more important here. And I think I need to have something to do. So even though they draw a card, I think I need to draw here. Ugh, it's disgusting. Just have them draw again. Sure. If I hit a Dino, I'll probably play it into the north. Yeah, it's not good. The fact that they have 3 Rampant Growths and I have 6 does make the matchup kind of tough for me. Sure, whatever. Just get a duel. I will bring in the Shenanigans in this matchup to kill their Bonders. I have nothing left and they have 7 cards in hand. I'm dead. We've just drawn 26 cards out of our deck and we've only hit 1 Cascader. I guess we haven't drawn 26 cards because we played a couple ramp spells, but we've seen about half of our deck and we've drawn 1 out of 7 Cascaders, which is the opposite of where you want to be in this matchup. But we can still win. We have another Cannonade. We have a bunch of Cascaders in the deck. And if I'm making each of us draw, they might just not be able to do enough here. Let's just go draw. Another Bonders. I could have each of us draw again, hoping to hit like a Mole Drifter. I don't hate it. Do I have enough green left over? No. They might be able to use all their cards, but they might not. There's a boarding party that I cannot cast. Let's just go Bonders. I actually did not want to cycle this Ash Barrens even, just because I don't want to thin my deck. It's possible that they could mill out in this game, and I want to stay more cards in library. They have 9 cards in hand. They probably just discard like removal spells here. Pauper metagame is just getting grindy. We do have Pulsamarasas in our deck, but if we Cascade into one now, it's brutal. There's all the Steves, Packmate. This card's good. This deck might just be a better version of this deck as well, but both decks I think have upside. There's Crypt Rats, okay. All right, let's go lead. Let's lead on Dino. 1, 6 mana, 7 mana. Can go Dino into boarding party here. They have 7 cards in hand. Why is it like up here? It's kind of weird how it did that. Do I just kill this Crypt Rats? I think so. I don't want them to Wrath, like play a huge fireball. I think I just play this out. 4, 5, 6. Boarding party into Moldrifter. Into Pulse. I have nothing to get back, so I'm just not going to cast it. That sucks. Their Bog got me good. And this is going to get killed. I could not attack to play around Edicts better, but I think I'm supposed to attack. It's probably just going to die anyway. It doesn't matter. I mean, that deck is good. The black-green deck is really well positioned. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Might just be dead. Wonder how I'm going to sideboard here. I mean, I think Linvolio Acid Moss is still reasonable in the matchup, just killing rot farms. I know their list because I just played it, and like I'm sure they're on the same list I was, and they should be on quad rot farm. Right, there's Pestilence for the win. Nice. Don't think I want Reverent Silence. The Shenanigans for Bonder's Ornament. I think relics are good. Just counters Pulse, but I think that's enough. It also just cycles. These are not good. I don't know if I need Oblivion Strike. I think Edict is good, but they already showed that they are playing around Edict with their Sakura Tribe Builders. And I'm bringing in relics, so maybe I'm just not supposed to have Edict. Most of their creatures cycle. They're not like, it's not like the Mirror where they have all these big things. They have Steves, Llanowar Visionaries, and Packmates that are all, I mean, yeah, Edict still trades for those reasonably well, but definitely do not want Cannonades in my deck. I think I do want all the Acid Mosses. I could see a world where I just get like pretty far up on mana. Do I want like, maybe I can just do like, bring in these Oblivion Strikes and then like take out a couple Farseeks because this matchup is so grindy. I don't want too many ramp spells. I need to have more action. I think I can bring in Oblivion Strike. It's also, like I said, like if they Dino and I Oblivion Strike it, they can't really interact with that, and then they can't pulse back Dino. Yeah, it just seems good to me. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Reverent Silence also can kill Pestilence, but that is not where I want to be, I don't think. So let's look. We already cited out Edicts. I don't want Edict. Don't want Weather. Don't want Reverent Silence. Don't want anything else. This looks like, I think, where I want to be. Triple Relic might be too much, but it at least cycles. So, all right, let's go game 2. All right, game 2. We're on the play. Yeah, keeping this hand. It's clunky, but I think that's fine in this matchup. I think leaving in all the tribal flames is fine too. Guess I'll just lead Fjord. Turn 2, I'll go Ice Tunnel, cycle Ash Barrens for Forest. Unless I draw Forest, I'll just into the north. Leading Bog, okay, that means they probably have like a Rot Farm hand, is my guess. Play this pass, and then again, I'm cycling Ash Barrens here. Foretell Packmate, okay. Get Forest. Play Bonders. Pass. Might as well play Bonders there rather than into the north. It's just, it costs 1 more mana. Nihil Spellbomb, okay, they're on the same idea that I am. Oh, they're just cycling for lands? Maybe they kept kind of a sketchy hand here. 7 cards in hand and no land drop? Oh man, if I draw Acid Moss, that's going to be insane. Let's go land into the north. See, I could get black-white. I can get another red source, though. I don't think they're going to blow up any of my lands. So, I think just black-white is fine. And then I'll just go Relic. Relic you. They have a Packmate in the Foretell zone, but I'm going to start jamming next turn. I can even just consider cracking Relic here, but I probably want to leave it in play. Not sure. I mean, maybe just drawing a card right now is better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because then it gives me more outs to draw an untapped land to Dino first. I'm going to do it. Okay, well, I'm going to boarding party here. They probably have removal. Oh no. Cast down, brutal. And this just dies, just a 1-for-1. Oh, it doesn't die. They're just going to Chainer's Edict it. Okay. That is not what I wanted to hit. Bonders into Wolf. Oh, into Edict. Okay. Oh, Moonville Yasimas. I think I want to wait on that until they play like a bounce land or something. I'm just gonna boarding party again here. Could hit another Acid Moss. Mole Drifter, sure. Land? No, but another boarding party. Take it. Shenanigans is also reasonable. Yeah, if they play like a juicy bounce land, I just get to Acid Moss it. All right, there's Packmate. I don't think they can really tide out their bounce lands. Okay, tap land, but it is a green source. Let's see. I think actually the line is just go Moonville Acid Moss this, take them down on mana and green sources, Tribal Flames this, attack with both. I think that's the line. Because also then that takes me up and I can guarantee Dino next turn. I could have just boarding partied this turn, but I did want to Acid Moss, I think. Let's see, black. I want a red source. I think I'll just get Highland Forest. Let's go Tribal Flames this. I like this line. They have to have instant speed removal here as well. Okay, they do. I guess playing boarding party could have been better, but I think, again, keeping them down on mana and green sources seems like where I want to be. Now I might be able to just win with a boarding party here. They have to have another cast down, essentially, or maybe a snuff out. Okay, they have Pulse, returning Woodland Chasm, play it. It's not a very scary Pulse, though, and then nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just gonna Dino here. And then I can boarding party next turn and have like an even bigger attack. Dino into Moldrift. Don't mind if I do. Oblivion Strike, sure. Okay, and they concede. Nice. I don't know what hand they kept. Maybe they were just thinking if I draw a green source, I can start chaining like wolves and drawing cards, and they just didn't hit. But they had like a good value hand, assuming they hit a green source. I think that's probably what they kept. Um, I think the relics are actually good because again, countering Pulsamarasa is so huge in this matchup. And as we saw in game two there, when I had the relic, I didn't. I was like, well, they're not going to be able to pulse for a while. I might as well just cycle now and smooth out my draws. So I think it's good. Could have another Farseek on the draw, but even though we like can cascade into cast down and miss, I think it's really good in this matchup. This card's actually really interesting. I think I want it in my deck, and I definitely want all the Acid Mosses, all the Bonders, all the top end. So the only cards we could take out are like Tribal Flames, Into the North, Relic, Cast Down. I think it's like these are the only possible cuts. I think Shenanigans is really good, just being able to take them off Ornament. Yeah, let's jam. We got this. Can we beat the Rock? We are on the mulligan here. They snapped kept. And I have to keep this, I think. This hand is not very good. I need to rattle off some lands. I think I have to keep. Can just put back an Oblivion Strike because it's pretty slow. I think I'm in trouble here. Nice. That was good. That was good. Any land was a good draw. I'm just gonna cycle Ash Barrens rather than deploy Relic. Because I could draw like a Rampant Growth or something that I want to be able to play. Cycle, I'll just get Mountain here. Okay. So now that I have Mountain to play still, I could go Falls and play Relic. I think I like that. I can't crack Relic, but I think it's fine. Pass. So they know about Mountain in hand. Good to keep in mind. I can't Volley Acid Moss for a little while. Might just kill that. Shenanigans. Shenanigans is interesting. I feel like I'm supposed to just kill this and then Relic it away right now. Seems reasonable. And then I can just Acid Moss next turn. Let's just Tribal Flames this. Get it out of there. And then pass, cycle Ash Barrens, and then next turn just play into Acid Moss. Acid Moss does actually seem to help this matchup a fair amount. Because if they're trying to cast Dinos and get a big mana advantage, and we're kind of doing that with Acid Moss, it's like a 2-for-1 in a way. I guess I'm getting Swamp here. Take them down on mana. Seems great. And do I want another black source or another red source? I have an Into the North anyway. I suppose I want another black. Pass. They do have lands, but if they didn't play anything last turn, it's unlikely that they can play anything this turn. They could have drawn. Okay, they have Thorn. That's not good. Bonders is reasonable. Let's just go play Bonders, play Into the North, pass the turn. Now we want another red source. Guess I just get blue-red. Maybe I should have gotten a white source there, but I think this is okay. They have the Monarch, which that could certainly kill us, but they're on 4 mana. We're on 6 or 7. Okay, they have a 5th land. Another Thorn. That's interesting. They're trying to protect the Monarch from like a boarding party here. Wonder if I'm supposed to crack Relic at this point looking for gas. I feel like I am. I even have this pulse that I don't want to mess up. I don't want to pulse back in Ash Barrens almost no matter what. So let's just crack Relic. Okay, that worked out. If I didn't crack Relic, I wouldn't have had anything to do, but now I'm casting Dino. Oh, into Boarding Party, into Removal Spell, or Mole Drifter? Nice. The dream. The dream. That's a good way to come back. Now I have another Dino that I can deploy next turn. If they Bonders, I can kill it. Whew, that was a crazy hit. That's where this deck just gets incredible value. When you get those hits, it's so good. All right, just sack this. Can I have another good hit? This is probably going to die. Packmate? Okay, this didn't die. I can also pulse back Boarding Party right now and then cast it with haste, and then I can almost guaranteed take the Monarch that way. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So I can pulse back Boarding Party and cast it, or I can cast Dino. I think I like casting Dino. I can cast Dino, leave up Shenanigans. Oh, this is a sorcery. Never mind. I haven't played with this card that much. Let's see. I mean, if I take the Monarch here, it's annoying for them. Maybe I'm going for Pulse. They can't Nihil Spellbomb counter my Pulse right now either. All right, I'm going to do it. Get the Boarding Party. This way they also have to like either make some blocks or... I mean, I'm taking the Monarch, I think, guaranteed here because I have 6 trample plus another attacker. And I even hit this. Wow. I guess I'm just Oblivion Striking the Thorn because then they can't even kill my Dino. Nice. Oblivion Strike doing work. They just take all? Interesting. Wonder what they can have here. They don't have enough black mana really to wrath me. Dino? Dino's fine. And they can attack, take the Monarch, but then they're in trouble. What'd they hit? Steve? Okay, that can chump. So they have to take the Monarch to draw a card. Oh, cast down? Are they just dead? Let's see. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just Dino into Mole Drifter. We have a lot of like outs to win right now. There's a Tribal Flames. So I have like I can basically either cast down this or I can Tribal Flames face. If I attack with both, they're going to go block, trade. They go to 7. If I go cast down this, they go block, take 6. I mean, guess I'm just cast downing this. Still puts them in a terrible spot. They can survive going to 2. Then I have this in hand and a huge board presence. I don't think they can wrath me. Plus I take the Monarch here. So I'm pretty sure we got Dragon 7K this time. They got us last time. Now I'm thinking I remember when I played The Rock. They were also playing The Rock and they got me in the mirror because I didn't play that well. But it looks like I'm going to be able to take them here. Probably counting my chickens too early and they'll just somehow come back and crush me. But I don't think they really have outs because I have this Tribal Flames. Yeah, they're putting Thorn back on top. And then they're going to draw it and play Thorn. But then they're just super dead on board. Dino into, I'm not even sure what they can hope to hit here. Thorn. Oh, wait, well, they put that on top. Duh. But that doesn't do it. And they just concede. GG's. Nice. 2-1. Beating Dragon 7K is pretty cool. They're a really solid player. They've beaten me a number of times. I've beaten them a number of times. Pretty fun. I'll see you in round 4. 2-1. Let's go. All right. Welcome to round 4. We're in Ander LSM. It's nice to play against a new name. I feel like I'm always playing against the same people now because Pauper doesn't have that many players. And we're on the play. I'm gonna keep this hand. I have double ramp spell, and I know I can't make any plays, but um, if I draw an untapped land, this hand is actually pretty insane. And if not, yeah, it's clunky, but it's kind of cool. Because if we do draw untapped lands with this hand is great. Just setting up our mana really nicely. Oh god, are we against burn? Yep. Okay, well at least we drew an untapped land, so that gives us an out in this game, especially if they're on like a one lander or something. We need to kind of draw another untapped land though. I think I'll get blue red here. Could also get red black. Because I could like draw an edict or something I want to play. I guess I'll just get red black. I have a black source in hand. Could get blue black. No, I should get red. Red black or blue red. It's kind of close. Red black again allows me to play an edict if I draw it. I don't even have that many in my deck. And this allows me to play a Mole Drifter if I draw it. It probably doesn't even matter. But I guess I'll just get blue because I have a swamp in hand. All right, so what we want to see is them not play a second land. Okay. Okay. Untap land. Oh, and that is how it's done. Oh my god. Okay. Second blue source or second red source or get a black source into play now. Let's get this. That's pretty unfortunate for them. We also don't have anything going on, so we were gonna have to hit a Cascader or something, but now they have to draw another land, and when they do, we get to kill it again. So, oh man, they're in trouble. We're not doing anything yet, but we're still obviously super far ahead. So I have two black. I do want another red. I guess I could get another blue source as well. I could just get a blue black or a blue green. I don't think I need any more green. I think I'll just get a Mire, whatever. So if they hit land here, again, it's not even that bad. Discarding Fire Blasts. Geez. We have nothing going on. Let's get another red. Play it. Pass. We have 4 Mole Drifters, 4 Boarding Party, 4 Dinos. Can we draw one? Bonders. Bonders is fine. Let's go Bonders. Draw a card right now. Could draw Cast Down, so I want to leave up black mana here. Mole Drifter, there it is. Nice. I don't think we can lose from here. We're at 16. They have no lands. We have Acid Moss. They can play a 2/2 haste, but that's not even that big of a problem. And I just get to kill their land again, and they are still having to draw land. Chainer's Edict. Okay, let's start on Mole Drifter, I think. Wait, no. Let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I do want to kill this, but I guess I can just block it with Mole Drifter most likely. So just go Acid Moss this. Get a blue green. And I think I can just play a Mole Drifter. I don't think I need to Edict that. I think it's better just to use my mana. And I'll just try to block it. They have to draw another land. And I'm fine to trade the Mole Drifter here. Okay. If they draw land bolts, it's kind of annoying, but even then, I'd rather use all my mana and draw the cards now, because now I can Boarding Party next turn. So, I like it. And I'm definitely, even though Acid Moss obviously like won me this game, I'm 100% siding them out. They're not very good in this matchup. I think typically when they go like land, and then they play like a couple spells and they're down on cards, but they're on like 3 mana. If you Acid Moss at that point, it doesn't do anything. So it's only good when they get like super mana screwed like this. So I'm just gonna play a Boarding Party. Maybe I'm not supposed to tap a black. I guess it doesn't matter. Tribal Flames. I think I actually Tribal Flames their face. And then I just Edict them. Then I attack. And then I could just Tribal Flames face again. I don't know if I need to, but I think I will. Actually, no, I'm not going to because maybe they have to bolt this now. Could still lose this game. But this was basically like the only way for us to win this game. Like if they bolt boarding party, which I think they're gonna do here, we could still lose potentially. Let's draw. Could hit another boarding party. Ash Barrens. Okay. Let's go land, attack. Because if they just take here, hoping to like burn us out, then we can just kill them. But yeah, they have to bolt that. Sure. Pass. Yeah, we could lose. I don't think we can die this turn. And then we can draw another card off Ornament. So I think we're fine in that sense. Can also cycle to Thin. Can get Island here. Have a lot of outs to win the game as well. Draw. Cannonade is not it. All right, we could lose. If they go land, bolt, bolt, play the 4th Fire Blast, we lose. I can draw another card, but if I draw another card, I can't double Tribal Flames right now anyway. I think I'm supposed to just pass and then draw a card end of turn. This is so funny that this is the board state and we could still lose this game. I mean, we've gotten, I don't want to say we've gotten unlucky because the opponent has gotten more unlucky than us. I mean, they kept a 1-lander, which is fine in that deck, but then they got Acid Mossed on turn 3, which was really lucky for us to draw a double untapped land. But then we haven't drawn like nearly enough of our threats. Okay, they hit another land, which is really scary. I kind of have to draw something here. No. Oh God. This is crazy. Oh my God. Oh no. We've drawn half our deck and we've hit 1 boarding party and 1 Mole Drifter. Oh no. Am I supposed to keep? I don't think I need to Into the North. I guess there's no way that. I guess they could play multiple creatures. Did I already play a land? I did. Wow. I think we're dead. They're just gonna go bolt, bolt, untap, bolt. Not that is hilarious. Okay, bolt, needle drop. So just 2 burn spells and we die. That's pretty insane, honestly. Just like the odds of this are crazy. I guess they could have a bunch of Searing Blazes in hand. Okay, we didn't die. There's a Tribal Flames. Okay. They could still respond with like double bolt, but why would they do that? Just to like level us? Let's go. Do they have it? If they do, oh, they have Fire Blast? Oh, okay, they were just making us sweat. There's the Searing Blazes. That was so fucking funny. Wow. That's their hand. I mean, these weren't doing anything. And I mean, these could have dealt 1 at instant speed, but man, I can't believe we almost died there. It was so close. If they had another bolt, we were dead. Crazy game 1. And now we get to do this. I think we even bring in Chainer's Edict. Cannonade's also pretty bad. It only kills their 2/2. I could also bring in Reverent Silence because they often have the enchantment that pings for 1 turn. Or I can just bring in Oblivion Strike and take out Cannonade. Don't think Relic is good. I think I'm supposed to do this. Don't think Manviliasimos is good. I think it's actually really bad. I think Cannonade is bad. So the last two cards could either be the last. I think these four are good. And the last two could either be the two Reverent Silences, the two Oblivion Strikes, or 1/1. I don't think Shenanigans or Gorilla Shaman is good. Relic doesn't do anything. I want to keep all the ramp and the pulses. Just need to rely on this to win, basically. That game was insane. Let me see. What are you doing, bud? Here, come here. You just ate. Did you just eat? All right, I think this is where we want to be. Let's go game two. All right, bro, you're playing. All right, definitely keeping this double Weather the Storm Pulse Marasa hand. Let's keep. We're gonna have to draw something, but this hand is great. All right, they play a 1/2. Tap land would be a good draw. You want to go? He doesn't like to hang out with me while I'm gaming. All right, land, go. I'm probably playing into the north because setting up a double Weather the Storm turn is pretty nice. Okay, just getting hit for one. We have like so much life gain in this hand. Okay, there's the curse. So we do know about that. So we could bring in the enchantment removal, I should say. Let's just go into the north. We have double green already. So I think we just want black red to be able to play Tribal Flames or black removal. Yep. It's still possible I need to work on the mana base, but the mana base has been much more smooth than the last build. So I've been liking the mana in this league. I think it's built pretty close to correct. We could mess around with the numbers. Ooh, double curse. This is where we want the Reverent Silences. Okay, I'm just getting hit for one, but then I get hit for two more. I'm going down to 12. Okay, untapped land. I want to set up double weather. Wonder if I need to leave it up this turn. I also have double pulse, so I definitely want to cycle this Ash Barrens actually. Just wondering how greedy I can get. Do I need to leave up one weather, or can I play the Bonders Ornament? Because I could go cycle Ash Barrens, play Bonders Ornament, pass. I'm at 12. They go, let's say, Lightning Bolt me. I go down to 9. I get hit down to 7. And then I get pinged down to 5. So if their hand is exactly like triple bolt or 3 bolt effects, I would die. Don't want that to happen. So I think what I can do is I can go cycle Ash Barrens, get Island, play it, pass the turn, and now I have Weather the Storm or Pulse of Marasa up, and I can always just pulse back Ash Barrens to guarantee another land drop anyway. So I think this is definitely where I want to be. I'm going to take a hit here. And again, I'm going to end of turn pulse. I think going down to 7 is fine. Maybe not. Because what if they have Bolt Fire Blast as their last 2 cards? Do I die? I do. So I'm just going to play around that by pulsing right now. And then again, just try to set up a nice like double Weather the Storm turn. And we have another pulse. So this could be pretty insane here for us. So I get hit down to 11. Farseek. Okay. I kind of want to be able to like, yeah, play both these weathers in the same turn. Seems good. And I also want to cycle this Ash Barrens again to have another pulse target. Like, why don't I go cycle Ash Barrens? Yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm going to cycle Ash Barrens. I think get Swamp, play it, pass the turn, leave up Double Weather the Storm. If I don't need to, I can always just pulse back Ash Barrens and Double Weather later. And if they play like multiple spells, all right, just let that resolve. If they play multiple spells, I can consider Double Weathering, but I think even just playing one pulse is going to be enough here. So again, I could go down to 7 and then go down to 5. They have 2 cards in hand. And then if they play, again, multiple spells, I can Double Weather. Or should I just gain 6 right now? If I gain 6, I go to 13. And then I can cycle the Ash Barrens. I think I'm supposed to just pulse right here. I think I can't die if I do that. Yeah, these pulses are great. The gain 6 just is always so relevant. And I'm probably going to need both of these weathers here to win this game. I'll get hit down to 11 and then down to 9, and they have 2 cards, so I don't think I can die to anything. Cycle this. Maybe I just get another green source right now. So I get hit down to 9. So now I could go, let's say like Bonder's Ornament into Weather into Weather. I think that's just like the safest way to guarantee I don't lose, and then I can Dino next turn. Yeah, let's do it. Bonders, and then just play Weather right now. I guess I'll move to my end step, because they could play a spell. Although they probably won't. Yeah, they won't. Weather gain 6, and then Weather gain 9. Oh, they're going to play a spell here? That's a pretty huge mistake, I think. I'm just going to let that resolve. Now I get to just counter that bolt because I get another storm. That's insane. Now I just gain 12 up to 24, and then I get the Dino next turn, which is probably going to be enough. I only have 1 life gain spell left in my deck, but I also have a lot of good draws, and they have 1 card in hand. So I'm getting hit down to 20 here, and then I'm Dinoing. Nice, another Dino. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Into Boarding Party? Sure. Into Oblivion Strike, which is a funny card to have. Obviously, on this board state, the Destroy All Enchantments would have been better, but there's a lot of board states where that doesn't do anything. They probably only have, sometimes they only play 3 curse as well. I mean, we just drew double pulse, double weather, so 4 out of our 5 life gain cards, which is huge. A lot of outs to win right here, either Tribal Flames or another Boarding Party. Into the North is not it, but it's fine. Blue-red or blue-black, I suppose. I can bolt the Boarding Party, but then I still have double Dino. Sweet. Looks like we're moving to the 3-1 bracket here. Stoked for round 5. Don't think they can have any outs. GG's. Just drew a bunch of Weather the Storm Silver Spurn. That's why there's 3 in the sideboard. I mean, this deck feels good. We lost round 1 to Blue-Red Fae, which is like one of, if not the best deck, I think. Maybe Tron, but then we beat the Mirror against Spokes. Then we beat black-green mid-range, which could go either way. That's probably a close matchup. And then we just beat Burn. So let's go round 5, try to 4-1 this thing. See you there. All right, 5th and final round against Rude Wolf. Maybe Rude Wolf. Let's go. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. We need to draw lands, but that's pretty typical with this deck. Let's keep. And I can just lead Forest, I guess. Gonna be Into the Northing for blue-red here. Guess I could Into the North actually for another green source. That's probably best. It's like Jeskai Affinity, most likely. I think that's a reasonable matchup for us. So I could get green-blue. I think that's actually good. Because then if I draw one of these untapped lands, I could potentially still Asimos or even an Ash Barrens. So green source is good, and I want a blue source. So let's go Rhymewood. And then, not too scared of what the opponent can do here. Seat. Okay, that's pretty scary. Wow, that's a good start. Let's see it. Dog might want to come back in. Nope. Nope. Okay. Nice land. I think I can just I think I even just blow up their Ancient Den, or I could blow up their Seat as well. Their blue cards are probably like Of One Mind, Thoughtcast. Their white cards are probably Core Skyfisher, more Ardent Recruits, and Thravens. I think I'm just going Manvuli Asimos here. I don't even think it's particularly close. It's just like which land do I want to kill. I'll get green-red here. This takes them off Metalcraft as well, so if they can't play another artifact... Oh no, it doesn't. They still have 3 artifacts. So I'm getting hit for some damage. But an untapped land and I can Boarding Party. I can always Muldrifter. So, Darksteel, Prism, getting hit for 6, down to 13. I'm in a reasonable spot. Probably just going Muldrifter here. It's going to suck if I miss lands and can't Boarding Party next turn, but untap land? Pulse. Okay, let's just Muldrifter. Really want to hit a land here. Wonder if it's worth it to do anything else. I don't think so, because I can at least try to block with this. No land is bad. Real bad. I mean, I could still draw an untap land next turn, but that was brutal. I didn't really want to just go Bonders Ornament, Rampant Growth. Definitely trading, 100%. I guess I could block Thraben for like a free block. Take 5, then I go down to 8. I could get double Galvanic Blasted at that point. I think I'm still supposed to just eat this. I think they would have to have red source and double Galvanic Blast in hand for me to lose right here. And I could always pulse back something. Oh, do they have it? Yeah, I mean, they made that attack. Maybe I should have realized that they had it. That sucks. I thought about it. I just chose to not play around it. All right, these are coming in. I think Chainer's Edict is actually not very good. So we did see Frogmite, but they generally aren't on that many copies of Frogmite. Chainer's Edict's bad against like Thravens and stuff, but it's decent against like a Tog and stuff. Maybe I want Oblivion Strike in this matchup. Just as another answer for a Tog. I can like even go something like this. Because Cannonade I don't think is actually that good against them in general. Definitely bring in these 2 artifact spells, the Oblivion Strikes. I mean, even if I had just blocked Frogmite there, and then their hand is double Gal Blast, like, what can I really do? I can, like, untap. If I draw a land, I can play Boarding Party. We were just a little bit too slow. Chainer's Edict's fine, but don't know if it's where I want to be. I think Asimos is actually okay against them. Their land count's generally not that high. Really just got to draw one of these. Could have more hate for this matchup as well. Because this is another matchup, when you bring the hate, it's so good. Alright, just going to run it like this. Again, I don't know if siding out the Chainer's Edict's worth it, but just their Thraben Inspectors are so annoying. This hand's very slow. I think I'm supposed to mulligan. Just doesn't do anything till like turn 4. Alright, well, this hand's kind of the same, but I think I'm supposed to keep. I don't really want to go to 5. I'm just going to keep. They're on 6-2. Could just put back a pulse, actually. See if they go to 5. This is kind of like a crappy last way to go out. They were just on the play and they just tempoed me out game 1. They just bolted me for 8 at the end. But rampant growth here. I have 6 of them in the deck, 6 out of 54. Into the north. So close. Obviously, I'm kidding. All right. There's no close or not close. It's just either you hit it or you don't hit it. Nothing too scary here, please, because I don't have a play next turn. Oh, do they not have another land? Wow. Well, I have an Acid Moss, so even if they draw a land and play something, getting to take them down a land is huge. They can have one extra look at a land, but this might be brutal. And this is just the slow turn 4 Acid Moss, turn 5 Boarding Party, which might be decent. All right, what is this? Are they going to make it white and then play an Ardent Recruit? Or they could play a Thraben Inspector? I mean, if they don't have a land, they should definitely just crack Star. I'm not sure what they're doing. They don't want to crack Star because they want to play a Frogmite here, I guess? What? Why would they not crack Star looking for a land? I think that's wrong. You definitely should just, they should have just gone, tap this, crack Star for white, then draw a card, and then play Thraben, and then let's say they could even have another white card. Then they could go, if they drew any land, play land, and then use Navigator's Compass on the second land to play Thraben. There's no reason to not crack Star, because they can still play Thraben if they do this. I guess they're trying to get up to like a Mirror Enforcer or something here, but I think it's just 100% wrong. Like they need to try to draw lands. So Rimewood, Treeline. I already have a blue source. Might as well just turn my Tribal Flames on for 5. Now they're on 0 lands. I think they're dead now. Okay, there's a Darksteel. They're not 100% out of this. They could still Thoughtcast here or something. But now I'm going to get to Boarding Party. They don't have a big board presence. I have 2 removal spells in my hand. Okay, they're going to play another Thraben or a 3/3? Sure. I'm just going to jam Boarding Party. Nice. Now I'm going to even just attack and offer the trade because then I get to pulse it back. Nice. I'm just going to kill this. And again, 2 more removal spells in hand or just a 5 damage to face. This has been awesome. It's almost like Sorcery Speed Doomblade. It kills almost everything and it can just go face for 5 too. I've really liked the Tribal Flames. I think that like really takes this deck to the next level. I mean, yeah, they can kill my Boarding Party, but that's fine. I can just pulse it back and cast it again on the next turn. Just make a mosquito here. 1 second. Let the opponent take their turn, and I gotta go wash my hands. Just took out this mosquito. I'll just pause the recording and come back on my turn. 1 sec. Let's just see what they're gonna do. I'll just pause the recording when it gets to my turn. Okay, they're just gonna play that, probably attack for 1. Yep. And then I'll be back in a second. All right, we're back. Now I need to determine if I want to kill Scout or not and get in for 6. I can just Oblivion Strike it, but again, I think I'm fine to trade and then just pulse back my boarding party. That's just good value, right? And then I can keep my removal spells. I like it. The Oblivion Strike costing 4 mana hasn't been like that much of a detriment. It could even be decent in some situations, costing more mana like against spells that are, but I guess not, because you wouldn't really bring it in that matchup. I think I just pulse right now. I don't think they can have counter spells, but I still think it's worth. And then I'm just gonna pass, land and pass the turn. I'm not gonna play a removal spell on their Thraben. I definitely like trading there and getting to use my pulse rather than just like playing a removal spell hitting for 6, because I still get to play it. I get another Cascade, and I still get to attack next turn. So I like this a lot better. Could Cascade into like a Mole Drifter or a Bonder's Ornament or just something sweet. Another Thraben, that's fine. Okay, there's a Mirror Enforcer. Okay, I can Treble Flames that or Oblivion Strike it. I'm probably just playing Boarding Party here. They're not attacking. Maybe that was just a misclick. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 mana. I think what I'm going to do is, oh, I only have 1 red source right now. Damn, that kind of sucks. First time my mana has actually been a detriment here. I guess I'm just going to Boarding Party though and see what I hit. And then I can always cycle this and just play a land. It's an Acid Moss, sure. Now do I offer the trade again? A Boarding Party from Mirror Enforcer? I feel like I do. I think they're going to take that trade, and then I just retain these removal spells in my hand. Maybe not. I mean, I'm at 24, and I can just play Tribal Flames on their Mirror Enforcer next turn. Then they just have to deal with my Boarding Party still. All right, I'm not going to. Cycle this. I suppose getting another red source. Pass. And then next turn, if they commit like an Atog or something, I can just go Oblivion Strike the Atog, Tribal Flames the Mirror Enforcer, attack. I don't want to see Thoughtcast here, or that, same thing. I cannot believe that the turn they didn't crack Chromatic Star looking for land. I mean, they've drawn pretty well since they've missed the land drops. Because like we're not like in a commanding position here by any means. The only downside for them is they're on 3 mana, but we don't really have much gas left. We have 2 removal spells and that's it. I mean, I guess we're still gonna have a 6/3 versus their 2 1/2s. And they're on 3 mana versus our like 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Just gonna Tribal Flames this. Oh, Dino. 5, 6, 7. I like to always leave up the maximum number of like colors of mana. So if you leave up like Ice Tunnel Forest, it's good. You have all 4 colors of mana because you don't actually have white spells. So just in case, good to leave up all the colors. Alright, I'm gonna just Tribal Flames this. And then attack. This deck is sweet. They're chumping. Interesting. I guess that makes sense considering we have Dino and Boarding Party on board here. I'm expecting some Gallop Blasts. I just have this Oblivion Strike sitting here, but now that I have Bonder's Ornament, I can just like start drawing an extra card every turn and like I'm close to like being able to draw extra cards and play almost any spell in my deck. Like another land, and I can draw cards and play Boarding Party. Two more lands, I can draw an extra card and play a Dino. So Boarding Part or Bonder's Ornament, once you have enough mana, it almost like turns into like Monarchy, where you're just setting aside Bonder's +4 mana and you're just drawing an extra card every turn. But it doesn't matter because if you have enough mana, you're still playing spells every turn. All right, Journey. I'm still not going to bring in like the Destroy All enchantments just for like 2 journeys. It's not even that bad if they're journeying like my Cascade creatures because I should already get good value out of them. I wonder if I can play any more like draw spells in this deck. More card advantage would be sweet. All right, I could start with Farseek to thin, but if I draw a card now and draw specifically Mole Drifter, I'm gonna want to cast it. So I don't think thinning is worth when I could draw like a really relevant spell that I want to cast. All right, well, didn't work out that way. Just cast Farseek and then attack. I could have attacked first, but whatever. I think I'll just get black-white. Do I need more blue or anything? I don't think so. I'll just get my other white land just to make sure to have Tribal Flames on, and then pass with Cast Down available. This deck could also play more copies of Cast Down just because the card is just so good. 2 mana, kill anything unconditional. It's insane. I kind of like having this in Pauper too. It's not like overpowered, it's just a very, very good removal spell. All right, they're drawing some extra cards. We haven't seen an Atog yet. I mean, I'm assuming they have 4 Atog. I was going to say I could consider if they play a creature I want to kill, I could consider not playing Cast Down and untap and play Oblivion Strike to save the instant for later. But I think that's actually wrong because I'm going to want to draw a card and play a card on my next turn if I can. So I want to use my mana now. I'm definitely just going to cast down this 3/3. They could be trying to overload my removal in order to like make it so when they play a Atog, I don't have any removal left and then they kill me. But there's nothing I can really do about that. They have a counterspell? What is this? Fling? Fling here? That is fine. I'm so happy with them using Fling because then that means if they draw a Tog, I don't just die to a Tog plus Fling. And yeah, my boarding party was putting pressure on them, but I would much rather have it this way. I will cycle here. Didn't really do the math on like if I should draw a card first or not, but I guess I can still cast a boarding party, just not a Dino. So I'll probably draw a Dino. Okay, we draw land. Okay, pass. Again, 4 mana to like a million. I'm drawing 2 cards a turn. They have now 3 cards in hand, but I think I'm really far ahead. I just need to draw some of my Cascaders and or Mole Drifters at this point. Okay, that can definitely kill me. I mean, if they have Tog here, it's scary. I guess I have one answer. Of One Mind, Divination. Yeah, they have a lot of card advantage. I wonder if I'm not even supposed to Oblivion Strike that and just try to make sure I have an answer for a Tog. It's a possibility. We'll see what we draw. Brutal. Let's go draw a card. Bonders. I feel like I can take a hit off this and just draw another card off this Bonders. And then I can just Oblivion Strike next turn if I have to. We don't have any 1 mana spells, so there's no reason to draw now. Prism. They probably do have 1 more Fling in the deck. I usually like to side out 1 Fling, but I don't know if other people do that. Probably not. They probably side out like Frogmites or something. I'll just take 5 here. Again, I do like saving the Oblivion Strike for a potential Atog, and I'd rather just draw a card, like I was saying. I also have Gorilla Shaman and Shenanigans in my deck somewhere. Wow. This is seeming to happen a lot. I mean, maybe I have too many mana sources, but I think I kind of need them. Jeez. This is rough. Let's go green, green. These two, it's just acid moss. I guess a white source, it doesn't really matter. I can take 5 more damage. Or I can just Oblivion Strike now. Going to 12. If I kill this now and they draw a Tog, I mean, I have a lot of removal left in my deck. I mean, maybe not really for a Tog. I'm going to just draw another card. I already played a land, right? Yeah. I'm just going to take 5 more, draw another card. I mean, I have so many good draws. I just need to make sure to give myself the maximum number of draws to potentially like find them. I wonder if they sided out some Togs. They've drawn most of their deck. Not most, but over half. So I'll take 5, go to 12. I'm going to have to start playing some removal spells, but I need to give myself the maximum number of outs to draw my Cascade spells. That's where I get all my value from. They're at 11. I have 3 Tribal Flames left in my deck. They have not played a Tog yet. Interesting. No more lands, please. Triple Galvanic Blast? Wow. Brutal. I felt like these games where we were like functioning, we were doing our thing, and we just kind of got flooded in some situations. Damn, I thought we were gonna win that game for sure. I could have, Oblivion Striked the Mirror Enforcer. I want to go back to the game if it lets me. So I would have drawn Tribal Flames and then Acid Moss for turn. Then I would have drawn a card with Ornament, hit Dino. I would have had, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, 11 mana left. So I could go 7 mana, cast Dino, and then I hit Bonders. And then I think I could have played both of these spells. So I don't hate my line. I mean, they just literally had triple Gal Blast. Again, I drew a card. It was Tribal Flames. I draw Acid Moss for turn. And then on my turn, I could have gone tap Ornament, draw another card. And then I would have drawn Dino, play Dino into Ornament. And then I could have played Tribal Flames and Oblivion Strike, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I could have played all of my cards, basically. I guess not the Acid Moss, but I don't need to play that right here. Felt pretty unlucky there. I guess this is kind of a rough matchup. I also drew 30 cards and didn't see Shenanigans or Gorilla Shaman. I also changed 1 Gorilla Shaman for the Shenanigans, but maybe it should just be 2 Shaman. Good games. Ended up 3-2. I think the deck is solid. Let's view it. I guess I'll just go to Deck Builder here. Any changes I would make? I think I do want to go down to 5 Rampant Growth effects, and I think just 22 lands is probably where we want to be. I'm not really positive. The 2 candidates didn't seem great, but again, against like a lot of people are playing elves and stuff, we just didn't actually end up facing that. So, I could see 1 Shenanigans, 1 Shaman, but yeah, it is nice to have 1/1. I mean, Shenanigans is still pretty good against Affinity. A lot of times you can just lock them out with it, and it's also good against like the Bonders Ornament decks. So I think I do like 1/1 there. The sideboard could definitely be changed. Let's see. What would be like my last ad here? Not really sure yet. You could play just like another card advantage spell. Like you could play like 1 Wolf. You could play another removal spell. So I'm not sure what the last include, like what I would jam right now. You could also play 1. You could even just do this. This is kind of cool. Just play a Crusher. I don't hate that. You have a lot of ramp. Because I was thinking you could play the Cascade card, but it's like, do you really need the Cascade card, or do you just want to crush? This seems actually kind of sick. I think I'll try this on. I actually, even if it's not right, it looks sweet. It looks fun. I mean, I'm taking out a rampant growth for a 8-drop, but having one more massive way to win seems cool. And again, we have still 5 rampant growths, 4 ornaments, 4 acid mosses. So we have a lot of ramp spells. And Crusher is one of the most powerful creatures. I think Crusher is probably better than the 8 mana Cascade card. Could be wrong, but this seems sweet. So my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. Again, I'm Max. Hope you had fun watching this video. Till next time, peace.